Alright. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakabadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that rule well. Peace, love, and salutation to all the brothers out there pushing this word of sincerity and the truth. And shalom to all the brothers, sisters, and children out there keeping this word of sincerity and the truth. We out here once again to let the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native Americans know we are God's chosen people. We are the Israelites according to the Holy Bible. We come out week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom known as America, which is Babylon the Great, ruled and ran by the so-called white man Esau Edom, which is the devil that the Bible speaks of. We come out here to proclaim the return of our Lord and Savior, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. He is a dark-skinned man with woolly hair. His true ancient biblical name is Yahweh Shai, and he's coming back to bring salvation to the elect of the nation of Israel. It starts with the 144,000. And speaking of the 144,000, those will be the next world leaders to rule over the entire earth. You know, ultimately the whole universe under Yahweh with Yahweh Shai. But they will be the next world rulers. Because right now you have Esau Edom, the so-called white man, the international bankers, the elite families, you know, of Esau Edom, the so-called white man. They're running the earth, they're ruling the earth right now. But they're not properly managing over the creation that the Lord has created. The Lord has given them favor for the time being right now, which is almost over, to rule over the earth, and they have done nothing but rule over it in wickedness. So the time is coming, which we're in the process of it, where the Lord is going to put over the earth those that are profitable, that's going to bring righteousness to the earth and rule it in judgment and in righteousness, you know. What is it? Mark 2. Bible study started Mark chapter 2. Yeah, precept.
Yeah, I was looking up something. Trying to say it.
I read it.
Okay.
Like I said, the Lord is raising up leaders, and it's a process that you have to go through. It's a process that leaders have to go through of learning how to be a leader, how to be a righteous judge in the earth.
In Sirach chapter 10, verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
Right, a wise judge will instruct his people into righteousness, because when you have rule over a group of people, no matter how many it is, your decision, the decision that you make affect them, and it affects their livelihood, it affects what their outcome in their future, you know. And what the Lord is doing, because the Lord is raising up the nation of Israel, but it starts with the leader. It starts with the leadership. The leadership has to be the proper. It has to have the right mindset, and has to have the wisdom, knowledge, and experience to be able to rule over the earth in righteousness, to make the wise decisions, you know, to execute wise judgment. Because Yahweh Shai is going to be the leader. He's going to be the head of the nation of Israel. But he's going to have those around him that's like-minded, that has the same mindset as him, to help rule over this entire empire that's being built right now, because it starts with the people, you know.
Verse 2, as the judge of the people, As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers.
Right, so as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. Going back to what I was saying about the leadership, the 144,000, they all going to be in like mind to Yahweh Yahweh Shai. Because Yahweh Shai is carrying out the orders of Yahweh, being that righteous judge and leading the people in righteousness, which ultimately is going to be leading the earth in righteousness. And the people under him, which is the 144,000, is going to be doing the same thing. But in order to get to that process, because this is all going to be established and exemplified in the kingdom of heaven. But in order to get to that process, it's a learning curve you have to have. It's a lot of experiences you have to gather. You have to see things. You have to basically experience both sides of it. You have to experience what bad leadership does and the outcomes of it and how it affects the people under you. And simultaneously, you have to see good leadership and what it does. And we see that both on a huge, large scale with, Esau, Edom, and how he's ruling over the earth. And just look at how it affects every nation under the earth and how it affects our people the most. And the situations you in, the situations our nation in. Look at it on a lower scale, with your managers or, supervisors, whatever the case may be, your workplace. And then you can also look at it within the nation of Israel that's in the know, that's awoken to this truth. We know that our leaders, the elders and apostles of GMS, we see that they are good leaders. They are righteous leaders leading our people in the right direction. In the same way Yahweh Shai has commanded. And we see the other groups that's not doing so as well. Groups that are sold out to Esau, not leading our people in the right direction. And we're going to see the outcome of that shortly just to come, So we're getting both sides of the spectrum, the full spectrum of understanding what good leadership does and how it affects you and those under you, and simultaneously bad leadership. Because when you come to serve the Lord, which this is Sirach chapter 2, brother can hold it as well. Sirach chapter 2, when you come to serve the Lord, you gotta prepare yourself for temptation. You gotta prepare yourself to grow. And when we come out of this world, it's a lot of skills that we lack, because a lot of the men that you see, or a lot of people that knew us in the world before we came in the world, they didn't know that they were looking at the next world rulers. We don't know who we are, but we know that 144,000 men will be ruling in the next kingdom. And so it's a learning process that that these men go through in order to get to the point of, like the scripture saying, the brother just read, as the judge of the people is, so is his officer.
Not what I was looking for. This is
Sirach chapter 10, verse 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. In what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are they that dwell therein.
Right. And that's why, like, in this kingdom right now, you see so much wickedness and violence going on, because that's the vibration that Esau Edom has on him. He is the wicked, and that's all he's going to bring is death and destruction. These are the characteristics of Esau Edom and his leadership, And what that does is he puts that same energy and the decisions that he makes and the type of circumstances that he creates. This is what it promotes for the people that's under him, under his leadership, under his guidance. It promotes death, slavery, robbery. The rich is getting richer, the poor is getting poorer. That's how he runs his kingdom. And that's unrighteous, that's unjust. So the Lord is going to put someone profitable that's going to be for the people. And as the king is, or as the ruler is, so shall the people. So not only is the 144,000, but it'll affect the rest of the nation of Israel. Just like even during the time of King Solomon. When Solomon was in rulership, the whole nation was thriving, the whole nation was eating. Nobody lacked. And everybody had a righteous vibration about them, because you had a righteous leader, a wise and understanding king ruling the people. And then his kingdom went throughout the whole four corners of the earth, because the other nations were at peace And they all respected the nation of Israel. They feared the nation of Israel, and they respected it because they knew they had a wise and understanding king ruling over it. And now it's going to be on a whole other scale when Yahushua comes back and establishes that domination over the whole earth, which is rightly his to begin with.
What the brother's going into, this was established, way back. The Most High had Isaiah to prophesy about this. And this is Isaiah 9. I'm going to start at verse 6. For unto us a child is born.
Start
Huh?
I know what it is.
Okay, this is verse Isaiah 9 and verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Right. See, this is leading up into the kingdom of heaven. It said for every war, for every battle, is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, going into how the ancient wars were fought, where you had the swords, the ancient swords, you had the ancient bow and arrow, you had all the ancient weapons of war, before technology really advanced. But it said this one shall be burning and fuel of fire, going into these thermonuclear missiles. But you can see this in the current news today. How these nations had the missiles, they had the technology, they testing the missiles, and they threaten each other that it's going to be a doomsday of destruction. Because we know it's going to be a third world war, and it's going to be a nuclear war. That's prophesied in the Bible, all throughout the scripture. That's one of the verses. This is all leading up until Yahushua returning and dominating the earth.
For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder.
Right, see, unto us a child is born, unto us a child is given. That's Yahushua. And that us is the nation of Israel. So unto the nation of Israel is a wise and understanding leader given, And it said,
and the government shall be upon his shoulder.
Right, and the government shall be upon his shoulder. Government it goes into to rule or to judge. So he and men is basically going into the rule and judge over people. So the government, meaning Yahushua's council and his councilmen, is gonna be it's gonna be on him. He's gonna appoint who has what position, who does what in his kingdom.
And his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
Right, the Prince of Peace, the Everlasting Father, the Wonderful Counselor. These are all titles for Yahushua. But this is going to be after the destruction, after everything is said and done, after Esau Edom's powers is taken away, and righteousness is established on the earth. Yahushua is going to go through, he's going to appoint who is going to be in what position. He's going to reward brothers, he's going to reward the elect for all that hard work, that diligence that we're doing on this side currently right now. That's where it goes into, I believe, one of the parables about the talent where it said, you were faithful over this, be thou faithful over many, or, you were faithful over this small matter, be thou ruler over this city, or however many cities, So Yahushua is going to go through ordering his government. But remember that the Lord is in control over what we go, what we go through, what we experience, because the different experiences and the different trials, the sufferings that you go through is all meant to build you up, and I know you on a personal level that, the Lord put it on somebody's spirit, put it on, going through my trial situation, he put it on one of the people that was causing me trouble to say, I'm not punishing you, so don't get discouraged. And, that sticks with me because now I understand that all of this is building me up for something greater than what I'm experiencing right now. Because you always got to remember, the brother always going to it, this is temporary. This world is temporary. So everything that we're requiring from this temporary world we're going to take with us, you know, skills, experiences, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, we're going to take that with us. But this whole situation we're in right now is temporary.
Well, you know, we're going to receive that new mind, you know, that new heart. The process we're going through now is just, it's just to teach us, it's making us earn what the Lord going to give us, basically. You know, because like I said, we don't go through the dangers that were set before us. How then can we enter into the wild, man, going to 2nd Ezra 7. So, like the brother going into the process we going through now, see, once we receive those new hearts, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be everything. We're going to, you know, perfection. Like, we not going to even have to think about a choice or nothing. You know, it's gonna be everything is gonna be the law, statutes, commandments gonna be written down in reports. So it's gonna be everything we gonna do is we gonna be on program, or it's gonna be automatic, man. Right now, we have to, we're going through the emotional part, you know what I'm saying? We're going through the you know what I'm saying, feeling the ups and the downs, which we ain't not gonna feel none of that in the kingdom. So, like the brother said, this the temporary part we're going through, man. You know, in the kingdom, we ain't gonna have to think about judge or nothing. It's gonna be automatic. We're gonna be on the autopilot, basically.
It's gonna be habit of nature.
Of doing righteous, man.
Habit of nature.
And we go, like I said, we gonna have that full spectrum of everything. So now we gonna understand and know the decisions that we make and how it's gonna affect all those that's under us. You know.
Like an instinct. You know, animals automatically have instincts they're born with. You know, so it's not, they don't have to be, you know, they parents teach them some things, but for the most part, they already know. So when they come out as a young, you know, cub, you know, they have to depend on their parent to eat up until the time that they're able to hunt and do for their own self. So it's gonna be the same way. We're gonna have all of those instincts and those laws, statutes, and commandments, like the brother's saying, automatically within us. So it's just going to be, you know, as they say, force of habit is going to be a nature, you know, a natural habit that we don't have to, you know, be retaught and learn. You know, we're just going to do it automatically. All right, this is verse 7. It said, of the increase of his government and peace, there shall be no end upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it, to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth, ever and forever.
Right, going into eternity, because Yahweh, the kingdom, the nation of Israel will be established. The kingdom of heaven will be established forever. You know, and it's gonna forever be ruled in righteousness, ruled in proper judgment. You know, the proper decisions will be made on the earth that's gonna benefit and that's gonna continue to grow the empire, you know, because when it comes, because even like the commandment that the Lord gave to Adam, be fruitful and multiply, you know, and to Noah and his son, be fruitful and multiply. Life is about expanding, you know. It's like it's about building and expanding. And so with the increase, because even in the kingdom of heaven, like the brother was going into, and you know, we're gonna have the laws, statutes, and commandments embedded into us. There's gonna be no need for, you know, we're not gonna die anymore. We're gonna live eternity. We're gonna get those new bodies with the new minds, and we're gonna be programmed for righteousness. And there will be no more thing. There will be no such thing as death for the nation of Israel ever again. So that means life is gonna be constantly expanding. You know, we're gonna be constantly growing, and it's gonna be the same way. The same thing for the as far as the decisions that's made, it's gonna constantly benefit the earth, constantly benefit the nation of Israel, which is gonna constantly cause everything to expand, you know, and it's never gonna end.
The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this.
Right. See, the zeal of the Lord of hosts, the Lord of heaven's armies. How about Shema Hawashai going to perform this, man? So, because it's like, the process we're going through now is making us like the leaders, like the brother said, Lord willing, we those men But those leaders who's gonna be the leaders for the next world, so they have a job with it, like we earning our positions right now. You know, we earning it right now. See, but when we get those new bodies, we gonna forget about it. We ain't gonna remember this no more. All we gonna know is perfection and righteousness. But what he doing right now, this is part of the sanctification stage we going through now to receive eternity. That's why even in what is Sirach 19 and 19, get it real quick. I'm gonna get right back to you, bro. Oh, he did. And then get this in yeah, that's them get you got it. I'm just keep on just gonna do precept out here.
All right, this is Sirach 19. I'm going to start at 18. It said, the fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him, and wisdom obtaineth his love.
Right.
The kingdom of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life, and they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality.
Right, so you can get it, all right, but this is what it's, so this is what we doing right now, man. We rehearsing these righteous acts, you know. Read that again, that last verse.
It said, the kingdom of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life.
See, so what we going into now is the doctrine of life. The doctrine that we goes into week in and week out is leading back to immortality for our people, man. It's what it's all about at the end of the day, man. Our people have to understand we've been taught to run and to run after these incorruptible crowns, these incorruptible achievements on this side, man. You know, now we have a job to do, but we have to and you know, this and it's reminding me now, man, cause the body get tired, you get tired mentally, man. But once this word starts to come out, that's what starts to restore you. He starts to build you back up, man. You know, like the scripture say, though the outward man perish day by day, get tired, the inward man is renewed. Though the outward man perish, the inward man is renewed day by day. Right, via this word, you know. Go ahead, bro.
And they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality.
See, they that do the things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. It's a more to that.
Yeah, the
It's
fear,
the performance of the law.
the fear of the Lord is all wisdom.
Right.
And in all wisdom is the performance of the law.
See, there you go. The fear of so when you fear the Lord, you start to operate in the performance of these laws, statutes, and commandments. Go ahead, bro, which leads back to immortality, which leads to eternal life. Go ahead, bro.
And the knowledge of his omnipotency.
And the knowledge of his omnipotence. See? So when you start to rehearse these righteous acts, then you start to fully understand. You start to learn how to be a God again, basically. Because we are gods. He just the most, well, I ain't say he is the most high God. But he created the nation of Israel, starting with his son, Yahushua, to be gods on earth up under him. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we learning all over again, to be gods, man. Because you go from being born again, which you say you got to become like a child, right, to receive this. Because we've been indoctrinated. But then it goes from being that child to being a man. You know what I'm saying? Say you was childish, you put away childhood, you become a man. And then it goes from being a man to becoming a God. See, that's we gotta understand. This is what we striving for, to be that God, you know, that the Lord created us to be. The representation of him on earth. Go ahead, bro. I'm gonna get this out and get that, bro.
Yeah, that's let's do some more, you know, you want, but that's pretty much it.
What verse you at? Okay, yeah, come. Let's see, you stop at 20, right?
Right.
Come. This is Man, I want to get this whole chapter, but you had more precepts. Yeah, so we build it on. This is on Jeremiah chapter 30, and I'm going to start at verse 1. We might have to go through the whole thing, you know. It said, a word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, saying, thus speaketh the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua of Israel, saying, write thee all the words that I have spoken unto thee in a book. Right, because so it can be documented, man. For lo, the days come, saith Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, that I will bring again the captivity of my people, Israel and Judah, says the Lord.
Right, man. He's gonna end it. You know?
And I will cause them to return to the land that I gave to their fathers, and they shall possess it.
And that's what we're currently waiting on. You know?
Right. That's what the salvation is. That's what salvation. That's what Yahushua came for. When we talk about, the churches talk about deliverance and salvation. This is what it's talking about. The Lord turning back the captivity of His people, man. Because nobody wants to acknowledge we was brought over here as slaves, and we've been over here from generation after generation, and we haven't received no type of reparations, no type of restoration, you know, no type of justice, you know, no type of harm. Here you go this much amount, you can go back home if you want to. None of that, man. So, because the Lord is going to do it Himself, no man should redeem us according to the prophecy. So, this is, this is why the Lord is coming back. I'm gonna go back into more. I'm gonna go back to the scriptures. And these are the words that the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua spoke concerning Israel and concerning Judah. For thus says Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. And ask ye now and see whether a man doeth travail with child.
Right. Go ahead.
Wherefore do I see every man with his hand on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness.
Right, and that's the time we coming upon, which is going into Jacob's trouble. Because the time of Jacob's trouble, it's gonna be chaos, it's gonna be violence in the streets, and it's gonna be a whole slew of unwise decisions being made that's gonna ultimately be the death of a lot of people, you know. But that's the judgment of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Because the Lord said He was gonna turn back to captivity, but He also said 2/3 of our people was gonna have to pay for their punishments. So prior to the Lord bringing that deliverance is judgment on not only just 2/3 of our people, judgment on the wicked, you know. And it starts with Esau, Edom, and these other nations. But 2/3 of our people, again, they're gonna get that same judgment as well, you know. But the Lord is gonna put, He's gonna allow Esau, Edom, He's gonna allow these spirits to go out, and like I said, it's gonna be a whole slew of unwise decisions because they're not turning back to Yahushua. You know, you refuse to turn back to your power. You refuse to turn back to the purpose of you being created. And if you can't use it for its intended purpose, like Yahushua gave that analogy, but if you can't use it for its intended purpose, then it's not good for anything. You throw it away. Yahushua gave the parable about salt. He said, if basically, you know, long story short, if you can't use it to season anything with, what is it good for? You know, you throw it away, you throw it out. You know? So if an Israelite don't want to turn back to the Lord and serve His power, whether it be man or woman, if they don't want to turn back to the Lord and serve His power, and they want to go and do their own thing, what are you good for? That's your intended purpose. That's what you was created to do. So that's a part of the reason why the Lord is going to bring Jacob's trouble.
Verse 7 in the NLT, Jeremiah 37. In all history, there has never been such a time of terror. It would be a time of trouble for my people Israel, yet in the end, they will be saved.
That they, which, you know, in the KJV it say, but He, it goes into the elect. They shall be saved, that they is the elect. They would be the ones delivered out of this chaos, because like you said in what's that verse? That's verse 5. Like I said, like you said in verse 6, verse 5 and 6, it goes into the severity of how bad it's going to be. That's why he said, wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins like a woman in travail, and all faces turned to blackness or paleness. It goes into the severity. And then like the brother just read in verse 7, it goes into, it's never been a time like this on the earth, and it'll never ever be a time like this ever again. But nevertheless, it just goes into the severity of how bad it's going to get. And that's what we got to go through that before we get to the salvation. Matter of fact, salvation is going to come in the midst of all the chaos. You know, and ultimately the missiles being shot out.
Verse 8 NLT, for in that day says the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua of heaven's armies, I will break the yoke from their necks and snap their chains. Foreigners will no longer be their masters.
Right. You see, simultaneously while all these things are happening, because you gotta think about put the pieces together. Jacob's trouble is gonna be happening, like the brother just read about in Isaiah 9 and 5, where it said, "But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." You're gonna have thermonuclear missiles being shot off. War still happening. But then, like the Lord said, He's gonna break the chains off our necks, and break that yoke off our necks, and these other nations will no longer serve themselves of us. So all these things is gonna be going on. That's why it's gonna be a time like never before.
Oh, Kusha, I got a precept of it, this is Baruch chapter 2, verse 30. We'll start at 30. It said, "For I knew they would not hear me."
Start at 28.
All right, I'm going to start at 27. It said, "O Lord our God," Baruch chapter 2, 27. O Lord our God, thou hast dealt with us after all thy goodness, according to all that great mercy of thine, as thou speakest by the servant Moses in the day when thou didst commanded him to write the laws before the children of Israel, saying, If ye will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations where I will scatter them.
Right. And see, the Lord brought that judgment on us because we didn't obey His voice. That's why we're here now in America. We didn't originate in America. We didn't come from America, but yet we still over here to this day. And simultaneously, our people scattered everywhere across the four corners of the earth. They everywhere else.
For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves.
Right. See, in the land of our captivities, meaning wherever the Lord put us at, the elect, which went back to that they shall be saved out of, or he shall be saved out of it. They are the ones that's remembering themselves. They are the ones that's turning back to the Lord.
And shall know that I am the Lord, their power.
Right.
Go ahead. For I will give them an heart and ear to hear.
Right, meaning He was going to open up our understanding, and we were going to be able to understand the words, which this is the process that you see this day. What they call the Great Awakening. The masses of the Israelites are waking up over here in America, around the four corners of the earth. Like the scripture say, many are called. You have a lot of Israelites waking up, but only the elect are chosen. They are the only ones that's going to receive salvation.
And shall know that I am the Lord, their power, and I will. Okay, I read that one. Verse 32, it said, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name.
Right, and we doing that. We praising Yahweh Shem Yahushua, thinking upon His name, thinking upon everything that comes with, that's associated with Yahweh Yahushua, His word, the doctrine, the commandments, what He commanded us to do. This is all what we're doing.
And return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord, And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it. And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished.
Right, see, and there it is again. The Lord said He gonna increase us. Going back into like when Yahweh Shai is in rulership, it says of the increase of His kingdom or of His government, there should there should be no end. You know, and so the Lord said He gonna increase us and not diminish us. So not only it's talking about as a nation, but also too just our rulership, our influence over the whole universe. All of that is gonna continue to increase and increase. It's not gonna ever diminish.
And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their power, and they shall be my people. And I will no more drive my people out of Israel, out of the land that I gave them, given them. Salaki.
Like he said, he said He's not gonna no more drive us out of our land. When the Lord established us this last time, but like the scriptures say, Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So when Jacob is in his power, when we back in our power, we're not gonna be driven out of it no more. Because now we're gonna fully understand. We're gonna understand everything, the whole process of why the Lord put us through what He put us through in all these years. Because He could have just made us perfect from the beginning, But it was a process that we had to go through. We had to learn. We had to understand. Now we know. We don't want there's no other avenue that we can go through. We don't want no other nation to rule anymore. Or we don't want to worship any other God. We had an opportunity to worship every other God under the face of the earth and still see the same result. None of them have any power. None of them are real. There's only one true living power. So everything that we could have ever been curious about, that curiosity is it's been killed. So that's why there'll be no more need for the nation of Israel to be taken out of power.
But they should serve the Lord their power, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them. Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord.
What verse is that?
Verse 9.
You read it.
Jeremiah 30:9. But they shall serve the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, their God, and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them.
Right. That's that going into that hierarchy, how the Lord is going to establish and order His government.
It starts now because the house of David is, the house of David. He built the house of David has been built before the eyes of all the nations. Via this word, the Lord has raising up that exceeding mightily army, man. It's the house of David you see, being established across the four corners of the earth. Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return, and shall be in rest, and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid.
Right, meaning the other nations are not going to ever come up against us again, and we should be at rest. We're gonna finally that kingdom, that lifestyle that that peaceful life that you always wanted. The nation is gonna finally receive it, because we're not looking just for the elect to receive it or just for certain individuals to receive it. We want the whole nation to be quiet and be at rest, to finally have that peace.
For I am with thee, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, to save thee. Though I make a full end of all nations, whither I have scattered thee, yet will I not make a full end of thee. But I will correct thee in measure, and will not leave thee altogether unpunished.
Right, so the Lord, He's going to take away all the power of these other nations, but He's not going to take away the power of the nation of Israel. He's going to establish us, but the Lord said He's going to punish us. He's not going to allow us to slide. Just because we His people don't mean we get a pass, when we do wickedness.
Well, he's been punishing us we've been going through that punishment as a nation. The whole time we were brought over here in captivity. We've been going through the punishment, man. The Lord has been punishing us and humbling us. Because our kingdom is coming, man. Even the 2/3 had to earn it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody being punished. You know? It's just those men who standing so stiff before his name now. They gonna receive greater portions in the kingdom of heaven. You know, they're gonna be rulers. They're gonna be the rulers. Verse 12. For thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahushua, thy bruise is incurable, and thy wound is grievous.
Meaning what the state and condition of our people now, their mindsets, their behavior, you know, and it's getting worse and worse. You know, what they say, generational curses. All of this is what's affecting our people. It says incurable, meaning no matter what you do, it's not going to change the out. It's not going to change the situation. It's not going to change the outcome. You can take these same people and put them all in a better situation. All of them in a rich, better situation. It's still not going to change the state of the people, the state of their mindset.
Right, because what they've been doing to us for generations and generations and generations, we not gonna be healed in one damn generation. You know what I'm saying? Right. It'll take, if we was to be here, it's gonna take generations and generations of people thinking like us for their mindset to finally be cured, man. Esau know that even us will be even the men whose mind has been renewed by this word. You still got certain wounds that's incurable. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Lord gonna have to give us a new mind.
Then, like,
he gonna give us a new body. You got it?
About to say, like you be going into with the DNA, certain traumas is in your DNA. So even if your mindset did heal, there's certain things that's already written within your own DNA that's still gonna affect you. Like you said, we have to get the new bodies. Then, not to mention these other nations, they're not gonna allow you to heal.
Thinking about it on a much deeper sense, you know, if we were to have the mindset, we would have to go back in order to keep all the laws, statutes, and commandments that the Most High had put forth for us to keep. And that would take, like the brother was saying, generations to get to, you know, because we can't keep all 613 laws, you know, even if we tried. You know, it's just so much. So it's got to be all new, set up in order for us to do that and to have that mindset. So, I mean, you think how many generations have come forth before that has broken those laws, statutes, and commandments, and how much time has changed. So it goes a lot deeper than that. It's got to be anew. You got to start all over.
Thus says Yahweh Shem Yahushua, thy bruise is incurable and thy wound is grievous. There is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicine.
Right, see, none to plead thy cause, meaning these other nations. They don't care about the condition and the state of our people. That's why they move in and make money off our people. You know, they move into your neighborhoods and make money off your people. They might be some of your professors at the college. They know exactly what you know, who you are and everything, or they may know, you know, and even if they didn't know, they still don't try to do anything that's going to be beneficial for your people, you know. So these other nations don't ultimately care about the restoration of the nation of Israel. And that's why we've been in this situation for hundreds and hundreds of years. And then it said, thou hast no healing medicines, because anything outside of repenting and turning back to Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to fail. So you don't really have anything that's going to really help you out of your situation. That's going to heal you.
All thy lovers have forgotten thee. They seek thee not. For I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of a cruel one.
Right, it said all thy lovers, these other nations, these false gods, anything that our people look to as for some type of salvation, or anything our people look to as, you know, to worship,
It's going into the other nations.
Come.
Right, they forgotten us, man. They don't care nothing about us, man. Our people always you want the other nations to be saved with you, some kind of way, man. But they don't care. They ain't showing no type of love or care about us in no kind of way. But you want them to be saved with you, man. You got a lot of Israelites, man, that want the other nation to be saved. No, they Israelites, man. Y'all some fucking dummies, man. I'm just gonna say it like that, man. But that's part of that that's part of that bruise is incurable, that wound incurable, man. You got niggas who Israelites still want the other nations to be saved with them, man. What the hell happened to you, man, in this damn captivity, man? Or in all the captivities? Go to these corner stores, go in all these other nations don't got no love for our people, period, man. Constantly trying to tax you on every little thing you do, man. It's constantly getting over on selling us poison. But we want them to be saved. We want them to go right in the kingdom with us and be saved, man. All thy lovers have forgotten thee. They seek thee not, for I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of a cruel one, for the multitude of thine iniquity, because thy sins were increased.
Right. So the Lord said, I brought this judgment on you because of what you did. You know, what we did as a nation. You know, and our people still doing the same thing to this day. Still doing the same things that pissed the Lord off to begin with. That's why he started off with he said, I'm gonna bring the salvation, but before that, it's gonna be a time like never before, because y'all gotta pay for what you've been doing. That's why he said, I will not leave thee altogether unpunished.
Why criest thou for thine affliction? Thy sorrow is incurable for the multitude of thine iniquities.
Right.
Because thy sins were increased, I have done these things unto thee.
Right, so the Lord is completely justified. And he told us why he did these things unto us.
Pick up right here, bro, please. Get on Lamentations 2 and start at verse 14. Go ahead, bro.
What verse you
Jeremiah 30. It's verse 15, man.
Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 15.
And read that again, bro.
Why criest thou for thine affliction?
Right.
Thy sorrow is incurable for the multitude of thine iniquity.
Right.
Because thy sins were increased, I have done these things unto thee.
Right, man. Hey, this is why we in this position, man. You know. So when we come out, you know, and we came out because the Spirit of the Lord is upon us, man. You know, preach good tidings, man. Matter of fact, get there real quick. What's that? Isaiah 60, verse 60. Starting at verse 61 or 62.
The super price hit and damn down. See, it's coming back on now. Look at it. It just got brighter.
It's Isaiah chapter 60. Isaiah chapter 62. This scripture of the Lord was spoken, but the Spirit of the Lord is upon me. Pretty good. It could be Isaiah chapter 60, verse 1, or Isaiah chapter 62, verse 1.
Oh, no. It's Isaiah chapter 62, verse 1. It says, for Zion's sake will I not hold my peace, and for Jerusalem's sake I will not rest.
See? So for the sake of the Lord's people, he said he not gonna, what he said, he not gonna who?
Rest.
He said, I will not hold my peace.
He ain't gonna hold his peace. And this how he not holding his peace, man. Go ahead, bro.
And for Jerusalem's sake I will not rest until the righteousness thereof go forth as brightness.
Until the righteousness thereof go forth as brightness. So the Lord is not gonna rest until he established it, until he bring forth our righteousness. And this is what you're seeing right now. Go ahead, bro.
And the salvation thereof as a lamp that burneth.
And the salvation thereof of a lamp that burneth, man. The knowledge of salvation. Go ahead, bro. This is the Spirit of the Lord. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me.
This is the 61.
Okay.
This is Isaiah 61:1. The Spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, is upon me.
Right, man. So this is why we out here. We didn't think of this and plan this. The Spirit of the Lord came upon us, and now you see us, okay? Go ahead, bro.
Because the Lord have anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek.
The Lord have anointed us, man. The Lord have anointed us to preach good tidings unto the meek. Go ahead.
He have sent me to bind up the
He
brokenhearted.
sent us to bind up the brokenhearted. This is our job. And I'm gonna tell you, let me say this to the brothers. This don't stop when the cameras goes out. This don't stop when the camp and after camp. This is your day-to-day. This is your day-to-day work. This is our day-to-day work. Go ahead, bro. You okay? When you at work, you know you have to be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. But after work, you might run in and counter Jake. You know what I'm saying? This is what you supposed to be doing, man. Yahushua stayed doing the work. He had his ministry when he was talking to the people, but when he was constantly while people was approaching him and asking him stuff. And this is day to day. This is all day, every day, until you get your rest, you sleep. Or somebody might call you and wake you up out your sleep and be like, man, you know what I'm saying? This don't stop. Occupy until he comes. Go ahead, bro.
It says, to proclaim liberty to the captives.
Talking about and proclaim this to our people. Cause that's what's wrong. That's all what's wrong with these youngsters out here. Ain't nobody taught them nothing. You will see they'll listen if you talk if you talk to them with some sense, not handling them like they ain't nothing. You know, not all of them, but you know the majority of them will listen. Man, they ain't been taught nothing. They don't got no bad hair. You know what I'm saying? Broken family, drugs, man. It's bullshit. Go ahead, bro.
It says, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound.
Right, the opening of the prisons to them that are bound. All right, they bound. Our people bound in their mind, man. Our people is in a prison in their mind. You know what I'm saying? They mentality. It's our job to free them from that. Go ahead,
To proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord.
Right.
And the day of vengeance of our God.
Let them know it's all right. We're gonna get our get back. Don't feel like you don't got nothing to lose in this damn place. All right. We at the end, and that's why you feeling like that. That's why it's turning up. This. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Everything going on is strategically planned by this. This is Psalms chapter 2. You know. Go ahead, bro. They took counsel against the Lord and his hidden ones. Go ahead, bro.
To comfort all that mourn.
To comfort all that mourn, man. Go ahead.
To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes.
Right.
The oil of joy for mourning.
Right.
The garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness.
That's right, man.
That they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he might be glorified.
It starts, you know, you see the elect, the hopefully elect men teaching this word, but this is our duty, this is our job, you know, and it continues when the cameras are out. Go ahead, bro. Cause our job is not to just isolate ourselves from everybody when the cameras go out. You don't even deal with your people. The only people you deal with is your immediate family, and that's it, man. We got a job to do. That ain't how a leader operates, you know. If we gonna be the leaders of the next world, right? The people supposed, you know what I'm saying? You supposed to be acquainted with the people in some form of fashion. Go ahead, bro.
And they shall build the old wastes, and they shall raise up the former desolations.
And this is what's being raised up right now, man. The former desolations, man. Generations of generations, we have been destroyed physically, mentally, you know, spiritually, financially, in every aspect of life. But we being restored and repaired, man, via this word. Go ahead, bro.
They shall raise up the former desolation.
Yes.
And they shall repair the waste cities.
The waste cities, which we the cities, the people are the cities. See, the New Jerusalem is being established now. Go ahead,
The desolations of many generations.
The desolation, the ruins of many generations. It's our job to restore this, you know. This is our job. The kingdom of heaven is within us. It's our job to do this. Go ahead,
The strangers shall stand and feed your flocks.
See, this is the job of the other nations right here, all right? They going to work. They gonna be our slaves, not be saved. You got a lot of niggas in Israel think they woke, man. Y'all niggas still sleep. You want the other nations to get what you get, man. Y'all man, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, read that, then we're gonna go to that. We're gonna go back to Jeremiah 30, man.
And strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers.
I want you to read that in the NLT. If it's going. Sons of the aliens, the sons of these other nations. They gon' build up our kingdom. Just like we built up their kingdoms. We built up America, but how are we building up the kingdoms of these other nations? We the consumers, they come in our neighborhoods, get rich off us, and they build up their nations with it, man. Send that money back home. No, they constantly building up their families and families. But going back into the ancient time, when other nations had us in the captivity, it tell you in Second Maccabees what nation haven't gotten of our spoils. You haven't benefited off our captivity. Our nations benefited off of these. You got it, bro.
It says the same.
Okay.
But ye shall be named the priests of the Lord.
Right.
Men shall call you the ministers of our God.
Right, and it starts now. But this is gonna be established as a whole nation. We're gonna be a nation of kings and priests. The men are gonna be the kings and the priests. We're gonna be the gods and goddesses of the whole earth. Go ahead, that's it.
Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles.
Right.
And their
now this is what the other nations are for. What it mean? We gonna eat the riches. We gonna benefit off of any resources they got, just like they've been benefiting off us the whole time. It's all coming to us now. We gonna control the we control it. We gonna control the financial market across the four corners of the earth.
Whole universe.
Right. Cause he saw all in space. He all up in the heavens and stuff. Go ahead, bro.
It says, and in their glory shall ye boast yourselves.
See, we're gonna boast ourselves. Whatever the other nations glory in, we gonna take it from them and boast ourselves in it. They virgin daughters coming to us. Whatever they got that they boast themselves in it, we taking it. Any resources they got, you know what I'm saying? Like you got them down Saudi Arabia, they got the oil. You know, they got different resources. That's all for our benefit, all right? It's time for some get back. So for any of our people who want the other nations to be saved, I don't know what you lost your damn mind. Go ahead, bro. That's it. Go ahead. Go back to the Jeremiah.
You want for your shame?
Yes, bro. Keep going, bro.
I was just gonna say, but as far as they got it, that don't mean no female deity or no. We ain't gonna be worshiping women. Like you said, we're gonna be gods and goddesses. We ain't gonna be worshiping no women. It's just women. They're gonna have eternal life as well.
Right.
You know, and they're gonna be the wives of gods. That's all it is. All the brothers saying. And, you know, a lot of people they hear goddess, they think, some female deity. This is verse.
I ain't want to say queen. Because ain't no queens in the nation of Israel. Like we were saying, the whole nation gonna have eternal life.
It's Isaiah 61:6. But ye shall be named, so like verse 7, For your shame ye shall have double, and for confusion they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore in their land they shall possess the double. Everlasting joy shall be unto them.
Right. For their land, for our shame, we gonna possess double. Man, all these shameful, how we being treated. Don't worry. It's get back for all it. We're gonna receive double glory for it. But for America playing with us like that, they're gonna receive double the torment. That's what double the torment coming to this place. You got it, bro.
In this verse 7 in the NLT, instead of shame and dishonor, you will enjoy a double share of honor. You will possess a double portion of prosperity in your land, and everlasting joy will be yours.
And these other nations know that. Why you think they treat you the way they do now? Because they know you're gonna get some get back, so they getting it in while they can get it. It tell you that in Joel chapter 3. When the Lord said, "Will you render me a recompense because I chose them?" Yes, this is the mind frame they in. But you want them to be saved with you. You want them to walk right in the kingdom with you. That's that damn Stockholm syndrome.
And then the Most High is about balance. He's going to give the nation of Israel double, but he's going to render them double as well. They're going to get a double portion of what they issued out to the nation of Israel. These other nations are. So, I mean, he's all about balance.
Oh yeah.
No, keep going.
It says, "For I, the Lord, love judgment. I hate robbery for burnt offering.
That's right.
I will direct their work in truth. I will make an everlasting covenant with them."
See, he gonna no matter what, that covenant is gonna be established with Israel. Okay, ain't nothing nobody can do. That's why I say can't nobody disannul or add unto it. In Galatians chapter 3, the covenant is gonna be established with us. No matter how much dirt we done. You know what I'm saying? No matter, the Lord directing our path now. And these other nations know it, the so-called white man know it, all right? It's tell you he gonna come down with great wrath knowing that he got a short time. This is what he doing right now. Who gonna stand up? And who gonna stand up against the evildoers though? Yeah, a lot of niggas want the other nations to make it, man. Go ahead, bro.
I will direct their work in truth, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them, and their seed shall be known among the Gentiles, and their offspring among the people. All that see them shall acknowledge them, that they are the seed which the Lord hath blessed.
Everybody gonna come bowing down unto us. This is what the Lord is building us up to. This is what's coming. All these nations, we gonna be so glorified. They ain't gonna do nothing. They gonna give it up, and they still ain't gonna stop us from kicking them in their foreheads, all right? Cause we gotta get some get back. We gonna get it's payback time. Go ahead, bro.
I will greatly rejoice in the Lord. My soul shall be joyful in my God.
Right.
For he hath clothed me with the garments of salvation.
Now see, this is what right. This is when we get the new bodies. We're gonna be clothed with that garment of salvation, but it starts now spiritually. With the knowledge of salvation, you know, with like we read earlier, the performance of the law, you know what I'm saying? It leads to the tree of immortality. You got it, bro.
It says, he hath covered me with the robe of righteousness, as a bridegroom decketh himself with ornaments, and as a bride adorneth herself with jewels.
Right.
But as the earth bringeth forth her bud, and as the garden causeth the things that are sown in it to spring forth, so the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, will cause righteousness and praise to spring forth before all the nations.
Right, and you're right. Gonna spring forth before all the nations. And that starts now, with the elect springing forth across the four corners of the earth. But eventually, the whole nation of Israel gonna be righteous. Go ahead. That's it. You That's the end of that chapter?
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
All right, this is Lamentation 2 and 14. Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee.
And this goes into you Christian pastors. This goes into you fake Israelite leaders and teachers. They seen vain and foolish things for you, all right?
And they have not discovered thy iniquities.
It's all about discovering the iniquity. Go back to Jeremiah 30 and 15.
I got it.
To turn away thy captivity, but have seen for thee false burdens and cause of banishment.
So the things that they are teaching you is keeping you in the situation, keeping you in the captivity. They ain't discovered thy iniquity to turn back thy captivity. Read that, bro.
Let me read this in the NLT.
Go ahead.
All right, this is verse 14 in the NLT. It said, your prophets have said many foolish things, false to the core. They did not save you from exile by pointing out your sins. Instead, they painted false pictures, filling you with false hope.
And this is what they've been doing, filling us with false hope in this place. You know, love everybody, love these other nations. It's gonna be okay. You can't do that. No, that ain't what the Bible said. That's a lie. The Lord said if they hated him, they gonna hate you, okay? He said we should be hated by all nations for his name's sake. He didn't say the nations was gonna love us right now. See, in the kingdom, they ain't gonna have no other choice but to fall and worship us, because we're gonna be glorified. They gonna see our power for real then. You know, they ain't gonna have no other choice but to bow down. But we still gonna pay them back. Go ahead, bro. That's it, man. That's it in the NLT.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let him
yeah.
read this, then you go back.
It's Jeremiah 30 and 15 again. Why criest thou for thine affliction?
See, why criest thou for thine affliction? Because our people are always crying about the situation and what's to come, and how in the predicaments we are in. Go ahead.
Thy sorrow is incurable for the multitude of thine iniquities.
It's because we've been breaking the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. So that's what we're here to tell our people. That's what we're here to show our people. Go ahead.
Because thine sins were increased, I have done these things unto thee.
It's why? Because our sins were increased. So this is why these other nations have been ruling over us, and it seems like we can't get from under their grip. You know, this is why. Now read that again, but it's tell you, but your leaders was the ones supposed to be the ones who pointed this out, you know, to get us out of these situations. Go ahead, bro.
All right, this is Lamentation 2 and
Niggas think they
14.
free, man, because you got a little money, man. You got a little car in the house. You think you free, man. You still a damn slave. Go ahead, bro.
This is Lamentations 2 and 14. Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee, and they have not discovered thy iniquities.
Right.
To turn away the captivity, but have seen for thee false burdens and cause of banishment.
Go ahead, bro.
All that pass by clap their hands.
This the other nations right here. This is their mentality. But you want them to be saved, right? Go ahead, bro.
All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at thy daughters,
At the door.
at the daughter of Jerusalem,
At our people, go ahead.
saying, is this the city that many call the perfection of beauty?
Right.
Beauty?
Right, because we was called the city of perfection. We was called the city of beauty in the past, during the time of King Solomon. You know what I'm saying? We was looked at it. Everybody knew who we were, but they still know who we were today. They still know who we are today. It's gonna tell you this the day they look for though. You know what I'm saying? Where they got us in these conditions and the situations they in. They was planning this the whole time. Go ahead.
The joy of the whole world.
Right. Go ahead, bro.
All thy enemies have opened their mouth against thee.
See, all our enemies. Who is our enemies? All the other nations. Chinese, Japanese, the Arabs, the East Indians, and most definitely the fucking white man, man. They are enemies, all right? Go ahead, bro.
And they hiss and garnish, and they hiss and gnash the teeth. They say,
Forgive my language, but it is what it is. Go ahead, bro.
we have swallowed her up. Certainly this is the day that we look for.
See, certainly this is the day that we look for. You know, they swallowed us up. Go ahead. This why the other nations. You go in the store, they got stuff sky high, and then you question them about it. Buy it and leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, we ain't negotiating with you. We got you. You need this. You going into work for your enemies for all things. Where you store it? Where you guard at? Nigga, you better need yeah. You know what I'm saying? I just be testing them. You know what I'm saying? When I do it, just to be, and then it was something last. It was the other night. I had to let them know. Okay, it's all right. Go ahead, bro.
Tried you or something.
Nah, I just hey, it was something too high about, and then I questioned them about it. And this you know, they're gonna hit you with this stuff going up, whatever. It ain't. This used to be $1. Now it's $3. But you doing it because you can. You know what I'm saying? So it's not. It wasn't no big deal. But I had, you know, I hit them with some words. And let them know. Go ahead, bro.
It said, we have found, we have seen it.
Go ahead, bro.
The Lord have done that which he had devised.
So the Lord done when this part of the Lord's plan, man. But it's about us understanding it and learning how to get out of it, man. But these other nations, they ain't, you know, they don't, like it said, all that. Matter of fact, get Jeremiah 50:5 and 6.
He have fulfilled his word that he have commanded in the days of old.
Go ahead.
He have thrown down and have not pitied,
Right.
and he have caused thy enemy to rejoice over thee.
So he's right. And this, you know, he prophesied this when Moses was, you know, going to the curses and the blessings.
He have set up the horn of thy adversities.
So he gave the power to our adversaries, the enemies, man. Go ahead, bro. Get that in Jeremiah.
Jeremiah 50:5. They shall ask the way to Zion.
Start at verse 4. Well, start at the top, bro.
Verse 1. The word that the Lord spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet.
So these the words that the Lord spake against America right here. Go ahead.
Declare ye among the nations and publish and set up a standard.
Oh, this is what we declared amongst all the nations right here. Go ahead.
Publish and conceal not. Say Babylon is taken.
Right.
Baal is confounded.
So now the plot is against America, man. She gonna be taken. She is confounded. She is exposed now. Go ahead.
Merodach is broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded. Her images are broken in pieces.
So the images, the idols, everybody's starting to know now that who the world calls Jesus ain't white. You know what I'm saying? All these different deities. And, you know, this whole place has been exposed. Go ahead. This is great. This is the great Satan. Babylon the Great. Mystery Babylon the Great. The mother of harlots and obscenities of the whole earth.
For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate.
Out of the north. You get a map and you just go all the way to the top until you can't go no more. Guess who you gonna see at the top of that? Russia. A nation from the north, man. Go ahead. So this is what that whole war in Ukraine been about. You know, this Russia. The whole Syrian war. It's been proxy wars fought between America and Russia on other lands. And to the point now where Russia's saying it's gonna be direct conflict. It ain't gonna keep being no proxy war. It's gonna be direct conflict with NATO. Go ahead.
And none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast.
So this is what we declaring and publishes among all the nations. We not telling them they're gonna be saved. We telling them they got their part in the movement. You know, go ahead, they part in this whole, in the structure, in the plot to destroy Babylon. Go ahead, bro.
In those days and in that time,
See, so here we go. This is what we publishing among the nations. In those days and in that time, Salaki too, bro. Go ahead.
saith the Lord,
Yeah.
the children of Israel shall come, and they and the children of Judah together, going and weeping.
See, that's another thing. The children of Israel and the children of Judah should come together weeping. It's a lot of people got something to say about this saying like it ain't right. Where they breaking down there who all the 12 tribes are, tribe by tribe, man. They can talk, they can try to disprove something, but that's our people for you, man. That's our people for you. Go ahead, bro.
They should go and seek the Lord their God.
They should go and seek the Lord their God, their power. Yahweh Shai, go ahead. And this is what we're doing now.
They shall ask the way to Zion.
How are we asking the way to Zion? Like the brother said, we should remember ourselves in the land of our captivity. You know? So now we remembering the old way. We asking the way to Zion. We learning like what the Lord said. He should not rest until he should not rest for Zion's sake until he bring forth our righteousness. Go ahead.
They shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, Come, and let us join ourselves to the Lord in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten.
This is what the elect are doing. Making their bodies a living sacrifice. I want you to keep going on where it's going to say how they founded us. Our shepherds, go ahead, it's coming up.
My people have been lost sheep.
See, his people have been lost sheep. And it's going to tell you why.
Their shepherds have caused them to go astray.
Right.
They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place.
So our shepherds cause us to go astray. We forgot the way back to the pasture, to get full, you know what I'm saying, to get nourishment. All via your pastors. Because they are companion with thieves. You know, they companion with thieves. They've been taking bribes and teaching you curriculums and indoctrinations to keep you in the captivity. And it starts with your pastors all the way and goes into your politicians and your celebrities, your so-called leaders, but it starts with the pastors.
Keep you pacified, keep you from rising up, or being roused up.
They ain't searched out your iniquity to turn back your captivity. They have seen vain and foolish things, false burdens for you to keep you in the captivity. Let's keep the feed you right into the other nations. What's that scripture where it say, beasts come and devour? I think it's on Ezekiel 34. Go ahead, dog.
All that found them have devoured them.
See, all that found us devoured us going to these other nations. And going into Zechariah 11 and 5. Get it real quick, bro. Go ahead.
All that found them have devoured them, and their adversary said, We offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord.
And this is the mentality of our adversaries, the other nations. They like, man, whatever, we know what y'all got y'all in this predicament. You know what I'm saying? So really, we ain't doing nothing wrong. This is their mentality. For real.
Right.
Huh?
I just said right.
And their adversary said, We offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord, the habitation of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers.
Right.
You want that next one?
Yeah, what you got, bro? Yeah, get that real
Zechariah.
quick.
All right, this is Zechariah 11 and 5.
Let's sit on there,
It said, who possessors slay them,
bro. See who possessors slay us. Who is our possessors? Stolen Esau, even the so-called white man in these other nations.
and hold them not guilty.
And they hold themselves not guilty,
Yeah,
just
hold
like we
themselves
just
not
read.
guilty.
Go ahead. Because
And
they really consider themselves guilty, they'll be giving us all type of reparations and we owe y'all everything, but they don't hold themselves guilty.
And they that sell them say,
Because what was the white man saying when he was gathering us up? Manifest destiny. He knew it was their destiny to do what they was doing to us. They understood it. Go ahead, bro.
and they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord,
See,
for I am rich,
so,
and their own shepherd pity them not.
see, so our own shepherds is in on it too, like we read. Our shepherds led us astray. But your own shepherds don't even pity you, long as they getting broke off and paid. They ain't studying what happening to us as a whole. They don't, your own shepherds pity you not. So they right along with the whole play. You gonna say something?
No.
Where we was at?
Come on, before this. Jeremiah 30.
Lamentations.
Which that's go get back to Jeremiah 30. No.
Jeremiah 30 and 15 again. Why criest thou for thy affliction? Thy sorrow is incurable for the multitude of thy iniquity, because thy sins were increased. I have done these things unto thee.
Go ahead.
Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
See, you see that? Therefore, all they that devoured us gonna be devoured. Okay, they not gonna be saved. Go ahead, bro.
And all thy adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity.
Who's our adversaries? All the other nations are our adversaries, all right? Every one of them gonna go into captivity. They're not gonna be saved. Go ahead, bro.
And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil.
There you go.
And all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
Right. They've been preying upon us. They've been plotting. Matter of fact, get it real quick, bro. Psalms 2. Or Psalms 83. Get some. I think I want Psalms 2. Go ahead, bro.
I was just gonna say that prey is P-R-E-Y.
Right. Man, go ahead, bro.
They prey upon us as in hunting like a predator. They looking for an opportunity to get over, to take advantage.
Right. We'll pray.
All right, this is Psalms 2, verse 1. Why do the heathens rage?
See, why do the heathens rage? It's doing it to the other nations right here.
And the people imagine strange, vain things.
They've been imagining vain things, man.
The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying.
So they've been taking counsel against the Heavenly Father. And who is his anointed? The Israelites, man. This is insane.
Let us break their bands asunder,
Right.
and cast away their cords from us.
Let us figure out a way. Let us figure out a way of being in subjection to them. Let us figure out a way to get them from their power. This is their whole plot, day in, day out. Go ahead, bro. Rock it out.
The water. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh.
The Lord laughing, man.
The Lord shall have them in derision.
See, they've been plotting on us the whole time, right? What they been doing to us, handling us. But look at them now. Now they all finna go to war with each other. The Lord got them in derision.
They worried about their lives, the future of their country.
Right. Just like them Palestinians over there, whatever. All y'all took part in the slave trade, but a lot of them Israelites, and we understand that, but a lot of them not. So now the Lord got all y'all in derision, but at the same time, we on the street corners prophesying about it all. And breaking it down all, you know. To all of we breaking it down. Via the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Shai. Go ahead, bro.
Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath,
Now he finna speak to y'all in his wrath, all right?
and vex them in his sore displeasure.
He vexed them in his sore displeasure, man. 'Cause y'all ain't got y'all folks ain't on us now. Y'all focus on
Staying alive.
and getting and trying to get some big get back against Esau Edom. Go ahead.
Yet have I set my kings upon my holy hill of Zion.
He said his king, who is that? Who is his king? Yahweh Shai. And you got the 144,000 men. They on that holy hill with him. You know what I'm saying? Revelations 14. And I saw up on Mount Zion. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What it say? Get it real quick, bro. Get this one. Get that. That's it. Get that Revelations 14. That's the end of that verse.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna read it real quick in the NLT. It said, "For the Lord declared, I have placed my chosen king on the throne in Jerusalem, on my holy mountain."
Right. You got Yahweh Shai. This who this talking about. He the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. Then you got King David up under him. Go ahead, bro.
Revelation 14:1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount
The
Zion.
Lamb, man, Yahweh Shai. That's his holy king right there. Who the word even called Jesus Christ. Go ahead.
And with him 144,000,
There you go. Come.
having his father's name, and we know it's the son's name as well, written in their forehead.
Right, man. So now we got the Father's name in our mind, man. It's in your forehead, your mind, your brain, man. Go ahead, bro.
All right, verse 7.
Go ahead. Keep going.
And I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps.
And this is what we doing. We harping with our harps. We singing that same song that Yahweh Shai taught us when he came upon the earth. You know, we singing that same song that he taught us. He constantly was going over that song with the 12 disciples. They went out to teach, you know. But it was 144,000 who the song was already in them. They just had to hear the melody, and then they would start bobbing their
You
head.
know how you remember a song, you remember some words of it, you know, and then you start to pick back up on certain of the lyrics again. But then when you start hearing it over and over again, you remember lyric by lyric.
This is our favorite song right here. From the ancient time, we remember it. We start hearing that song.
Yeah, I was
I know that song from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You start getting into the words, and man, oh yeah, that's it right there.
Yahweh Shai said, "My sheep hear my voice." He started singing, and that's when the bobbing started. It's just like
Right.
what y'all saying.
Come.
You know.
It says that they sung as it were a new song
Right.
before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders. And no man can learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth.
Right. Go ahead.
These are they which were not defiled with women, but they are virgins. These are they which followed the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto the Most High and to the Lamb. And in their mouth was found no guile, but they are without fault before the throne of the Most High.
Because whom he justified, no man can't accuse us of nothing. Man. If we don't, you know, that's the way it's just going to 144,000. Lord, we don't be those men. We have faith that we are those men. Go ahead, bro.
All right, back in Psalms chapter 2, verse 7, I would declare the decree. The Lord,
Okay, that's it.
the Lord have said unto me, Thou art my son.
I want that I set my king on Mount Zion, on my holy hill.
All right, verse 6, it says, Yet have I set my king upon my holy mount, on my holy hill in Zion, of Zion.
Come.
Like,
Come.
keep going.
Yeah, read into it. I think verse 8.
I will declare the decree of the Lord have said unto me, Thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee.
Right. Let's start with Yahweh Shai and the whole nation of Israel. Go ahead.
Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathens for thy inheritance,
Go ahead. And the uttermost part.
and the utmost parts of the earth for thy possession.
So this is what's coming right here. This is what we gonna receive. We're gonna be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. But it starts with Yahweh Shai and 144,000. Ask of him of the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for our possession. This is what's coming. This is what salvation is all about. You want to read some more? Or you want to stop right there?
Let me get a couple more. It said, "Thou shalt break them with
yes.
a rod.
Tons, a lot. Go ahead.
Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel."
So this is what's
Potter's vessel.
This is the destiny of the other nations, man. To be broken down, to be beaten into subjection, okay? Not to be saved, all right?
They gotta be reprogrammed.
To serve us, you know what I'm saying, the right way. Don't say nothing, don't even think nothing back. Yes, sir. No, sir. You know what I'm saying? Right. Not to be saved.
Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings. Be instructed, ye judges of the earth.
So you got Israelite leaders that teaching that the other nations can be saved, man. You really don't. You just don't got the spirit of Yahweh by Shem and Havashai. That's it just like that. If you don't come out there and repent from that, and it is what it is.
So they finna go from calling you niggas to calling you Lord.
It's just, it's so many scriptures that tell you what's the other nations going, what they for. They not for the beast. They not for to receive what we gonna receive. You got a leader teaching that he catering to these other nations for some reason. He benefiting off of them, or you know what I'm saying? It's some type of gift to destroy his heart. Then you got people who ain't leaders who just teach it. They just learn. They don't know. You know, they don't. You know. That's it, ain't it, bro?
I'm gonna read one more. It says, "Serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling."
Let's finish it out. What is one more verse?
Yeah, one more. It said, "Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and ye perish from the way when his wrath is kindled. But a little. Blessed are all they that put their trust in him."
Blessed are all they put their trust in him. Go ahead. And only the elect of the nation of Israel gonna do that. Go ahead, dog.
It's back at Jeremiah 30:16. "Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy enemies, every one of them shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
Right.
For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord, because they called thee an outcast, saying."
They called us an outcast, man. Look at them niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? Them Hispanic, Latino niggas, immigrants. You know what I'm saying? Niggas, immigrants trying to come over here all at the border, man. Then they got us. They got the tribe of Judah. Come take it. Talking about the tribe of Issachar, come take all their jobs and this and that. Them your brothers. Right. Go ahead, bro.
This is Zion, whom no man seek about.
This is what they say. This is Zion. This the people who don't nobody want to be around. Don't nobody trying to be around them. Be like,
I'm just gonna add to it.
Go ahead, bro.
You don't want to be around them. You don't want to be in these neighborhoods at this certain time. You know.
Right, cause ain't no Arabs in the neighborhood like that. But you got Issachar to come prove they're Israelite. They'll come to the worst part of the hood and buy houses and build it up. You know what I'm saying? And live just like it's the sign they're Israelite, man. Shit, they left Mexico. They was staying in the damn hut. This a mansion to them. When they get to America, it's like the kingdom. They like, shit, hey, for real. For real. They don't tell them what they done before they got to get over here.
I got someone living up the street from me.
Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring again the captivity of Jacob's tents.
See, it's all about turning our captivity, all right? Go ahead, bro.
And have mercy on his dwelling places.
And have mercy on our dwelling places.
And the city shall be builded upon her own heat.
It's going to be built upon our own heat, man. Go ahead.
And the palace shall remain after the manner thereof.
Right, go ahead.
And out of them shall proceed thanksgiving, and the voice of them that make merry. And I will multiply them, they shall not be few. I will also glorify them, they shall not be small.
That's right, go ahead, bro.
Their children also shall be as aforetime, and their congregation shall be established before me, and I will punish all them that oppress them.
See, this is what's the other nation judgment. They're gonna be punished, man. Okay? We're gonna punish all that oppressed us, suppressed us. Got the other nations in our neighborhoods, they oppressing us. You know what I'm saying? They have us any kind of way. Go ahead, bro.
And their nobles shall be of themselves.
Our nobles, our leaders, gonna be of ourselves, man. It ain't gonna be no damn cracker behind the scenes running shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, making decisions, then send a fake leader out, acting like he's so smart and he's his plan, but it's a cracker strategically planning it out now. No. Go ahead, bro.
And their governor shall proceed from the midst of them.
Their governors,
Governor.
right, which is Yahweh Shai, going to the government should rest upon his shoulders. So our governor shall be perceived of us, man. You got some of these niggas want the other nation to be saved. They'll have a Arab nigga part of the leadership, you know what I'm saying? East Indian.
Edomite.
Right.
And I will cause him to draw near, and he shall approach unto me. But who is this that engageth his heart to approach unto me, saith the Lord? And ye shall be my people, and I will be your God.
There you go, man.
Behold, the whirlwind of the Lord goeth forth with fury, a continuing whirlwind, and shall fall with pain upon the head of the wicked.
Right, this word, man, and then it's going into the chariots and the nuclear destruction. Go ahead.
The fierce anger of the Lord shall not return until he have done it,
That's right.
and until he have performed the intents of his heart.
Right.
In the latter days ye shall consider it.
And we considering it right now. In the latter days, we considering it all now. All our adversaries gonna go into captivity.
That's all we talk about.
Right.
Like I said, in the latter days you should consider. It's all you're gonna be thinking about, all you're gonna talk about. Because it's gonna be that time.
Come. We can go back to that Isaiah 9 now that you had. Who was reading you? Go back to that Isaiah 9. We can end it with it. You got it, bro. There was something else you wanted to get?
We read it out of the check.
Isaiah 9 was something else. Start at verse 5 again, yeah.
This is Isaiah 9 and verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. For unto a child is born.
Unto us.
Yeah, unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Peace of Peace, the Prince of Peace.
Like I said, on his shoulder, meaning their responsibility starts with him, you know, to judge and rule over the earth, to rule over the people. You know, like when somebody says, I carried the team on my back, meaning like he took their responsibility to lead the team to victory. And that's what the Lord, that's what Yahweh Shai is gonna do. Start with his office, you know, and start with the nation of Israel. He's gonna lead the earth in righteousness.
It said of the increase of his government and the peace there shall be no end. Upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth, ever forever, even forever. The zeal of Zion, the zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this.
Right, so this is all qualities showing that he's going to be more than qualified for that position. You know, because it's showing you that what he's going to be doing is going to be beneficial to the earth. It's going to be beneficial to the nation of Israel. It's going to cause the nation of Israel to flourish, to to, you know, receive eternal life, to be able to expand and go beyond what, you know, just to be able to expand. That's why I said increase his government should be no end, you know. But he's more than qualified for the position.
That's it, bro. You got nothing more?
With that, we gonna close out with Lord Willis an edifying lesson. On that note, we're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash.
double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that rule well. And peace, love, and salutations to the brothers out there pushing his word, sincerity, and the truth. Shalom to all the brothers, sisters, and children out there keeping his word, sincerity, and the truth. And Shalom.
Shalom.
Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.
And Bob.
Bob.